Chapter 28. Bush, the Beast from the Sea. And the dragon stood on the sand of the seashore. Then I saw a beast coming out of the sea, having 10 horns and 7 heads. And on his horns were 10 diadems, and on his heads were blasphemous names. And the beast which I saw was like a leopard, and his feet were like those of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his throne, and great authority. I saw one of his heads as if it had been slain, and his fatal wound was healed. And the whole earth was amazed and followed after the beast. They worshipped the dragon because he gave his authority to the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, "Who is like the beast? And who is able to wage war with him?" There was given to him a mouth speaking arrogant words and blasphemies. An authority to act for 42 months was given to him. Revelation 13:1. And the modern version of Revelation 13. And Satan stood on the sand of the seashore of the Middle East. Then I saw Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld coming up out of the sea, having 10 lions in 7 nations: US, England, Spain, Saudi Arabia, Japan, Australia, Russia. And on his horns were 10 sins, and on their heads were blasphemous names. And the beast which I saw was like a leopard, Donald Rumsfeld, and his feet were like those of a bear, Richard Cheney, and his mouth was like the mouth of a lion, George Bush Jr. And Satan gave them his power, and his throne, and great authority over the U.S. government. I saw one of the heads, Tony Blair, as if it had been slain, and his fatal wound was healed. And the whole earth was amazed and followed after George Bush. They worshipped Satan because he gave his authority to George Bush. And they worshipped George Bush, saying, "Who is like George Bush? And who is able to wage war with him?" There was given to him a mouth speaking arrogant words and blasphemies. An authority to declare war for 42 months was given to him. For the beast from the sea is George Bush Jr. There is a tool used in prophecy, and that tool is known as time. For time proves that a prophecy is true. And Ezekiel proved the value of this tool. For the Lord instructed him to lie on his side for 410 days. And subsequently the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem would last exactly 410 days. Ezekiel 4:4. Thus the prophecy was proven to be true. Ezekiel 33:21. And the time that is used in this prophecy states the beast would have authority for 42 months. And how do we give Bush authority? By the approval of the people of his country. And on September 11, 2001, the towers of New York City came down, and his approval rating in the Gallup poll soared, and his disapproval ratings dropped to an all-time low. Thus we gave him authority to wage war against terrorism. And 42 months after September 11th was exactly April 2005. And when his disapproval surpasses his approval rating, then his authority to make war will be lost. And as we know, following September 11th, his approval ratings declined and his disapproval ratings soared. And in what month did they finally cross? April 2005. For authority to act for 42 months was given to him. Revelation 13:5.